frustration, I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece, that mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ratted. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't pound to surround me.
Hey everybody, it's the Coach, and this is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what ought to be a great matchup between the Oakland Raiders and the Dallas Cowboys. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Oakland Raiders and the Dallas Cowboys. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Godden, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. And losers their last time out, so they'll look to make them.
Is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Raiders, it's been a great start to the season. Back-to-back wins to begin the campaign.
Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a lot of season to go, but they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way.
As of this morning, summer officially over. It's time for autumn football, and we're underway on EA Sports. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. As we get a peek at their dynamic signal caller hailing from Mississippi State, it's Dak Prescott.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie, one of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss, and despite the fact he threw 3 touchdown passes, he's going to be out there redoubling his efforts and trying to play better.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. And on this offensive unit, your thoughts on Travis Frederick?
He's a quarterback's best friend. Sets all the line calls and blocks so aggressively.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Here we go, D. Here I come.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
You see me? You see me? They can't stop.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. A look at the defensive starters now for the Raiders. They were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's about what you consider the break-even mark. If you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but pretty nice effort.
3rd and long for Prescott. That one complete to Elliott. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll bring up 4th down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now this is fielded in the end zone. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Raiders will get it at their 20-yard line. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller.
And what I'm looking for from him today, the things every quarterback is looking to do. Lead his team to a victory. Doesn't matter whether he's throwing it, running it, handing it off, however he has to do it, as well as exhibiting some leadership, that's what he's trying to accomplish.
And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
On second down, it's Jones. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be third down and about the length of the football. And to give this time to the tailback. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. So much for picking it up on the ground on third down. Third play of the drive, and this defense showing strong early.
I wonder how much of that was scouting. I wonder how much of that was a gut feeling like, okay, let's just go ahead and sell out here and get after them, thinking they're going to run the football and stuff them early, because they've now set the tone. They've set a precedent right here. If you're going to try and run the ball against us, it could be hard going throughout this game.
Give them 12 yards that time at an Oakland first down.
50, plant.
On first down, Freeman. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle.
You got it. You got it.
And a look at the defense for the Cowboys.
I think most people locked in on Byron Jones when he came out of UConn at the NFL Combine, where he darn near jumped out of the stadium because of his vertical leap. But there's so much more to his game than that. Played cornerback and safety in college, and they can use that same ability to move him around in the NFL in order to create great matchups on defense for Dallas.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They go back to the ground with Jones. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Looking to throw. Freeman. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Brandon, their last miss on 3rd down, they actually were able to alleviate it because they picked it up with a 4th down conversion. I don't know that they'd be wise to try and do that again here. To me,
blitz coming, and down he goes. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack. So shall we say a bold decision to go for it, and that bold decision does not pay off.
And when you talk about bold, you're saying all caps?
All cap. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
My, oh my, they've had some success bringing him off the edge. How about the gambling man who's the defensive coordinator? He's not just bringing pressure. He's bringing a corner to go after the quarterback.
And it's worked twice now, twice like a charm.
And not only has that worked like a charm, he's been awfully disruptive in his usual role covering receivers. Now he's rushing the passer as well.
And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Cooper's got it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 24 yards. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Ja'Kai Polite came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
when you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
No score after one on EA Sports. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And hauled in here by Rivera. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. And his kick is indeed good. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. And last time we saw them go for it in kind of an unusual situation. It's not like it's a fourth quarter do or die. They went for it, didn't get it. We'll see how that affects them this go-around.
Partner, I'm wondering if we're starting to see the effects of analytics coming into play here, where people are studying the number of possessions, how many times you should go for it, what position it leaves your team in. Maybe we're starting to see a little bit of that creeping into the NFL game.
Yeah, I think we've seen it in other sports, maybe into the NFL now as well.
X3, 218, chop. 54, right there. Right up.
They'll run on first down. Jones. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
60 or. Roll out. Let's go. Bang, 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 bang. Get it.
To throw on second down, Freeman. That one complete. He finds Shark. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 39. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. From the gun, Freeman. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A Raider first down, 17 yards. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. And this is a guy straight out of college. They're not going to try to groom for a year or two. They want him to produce right away.
That's why they took him in the first round. They expect him to be a starter right away and a future All-Pro. So they don't have any time to wait for him to come along. They want him to play right now to help this team.
And you take a look at this draft class from a season ago. Really, it grades out as a pretty darn good class.
So you have to give a lot of credit to the entire scouting organization. General manager, personnel department, college scouts, it all came together. They evaluated it very well and got a nice payoff.
Back to throw. Freeman. And Freeman lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A little careless with a football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, two hands. Get two hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott letting one fly, and this will be caught at the 30. That one good for 37 yards. Well, they lulled them to sleep there, so to speak. That was all set up by the running game, wasn't it?
Another example of what all offensive coordinators tell us. When the running game's operating, it really opens up the playbook, and that's when they hit them with the play action. And you can see the defenders rushing towards the line of scrimmage, then scrambling back, trying to cover. Couldn't get there in time.
Well scripted. They had the big running play, now the big passing play. On 2nd and 9, Prescott. It'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 13-yard line.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper, and we mentioned, what if they play man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what he said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront. If they feel like if they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And that's Elliott, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. The extra point up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Look at DJ Chark as he and the rest of the offense head back out. The early returns for him, very good to start this season. Interesting to see if he can keep up that torrid pace.
Yeah, when you're talking about averaging 100 yards a game as a receiver, extrapolate that over 16 games, and you're having a monster season. So, yeah, you love what he's doing early, but I think it's got to go back to the offseason, doesn't it? It's got to go back to the roots, spending time with the guy who's going to throw the ball to him, spending time watching tape, spending time reading defenses, and, of course, getting himself ready to play.
And now the throw taken in by Chark. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. DJ Chark, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Dak and the Cowboy offense heading back onto the field. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. On 1st and 10, Prescott. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. To throw is Prescott. Complete. The tight end Rivera. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Rivera. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they've become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Maurice Hurst coming right up the gut, gets in there for a loss of 9.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Time for a look around the NFL here in Week 3 of the new year. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey. And as they come towards halftime, it's the Eagles who have the lead in that one. Carson Wentz has thrown a touchdown pass. From there, we'll head to Pittsburgh to check on the Steelers.
And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Freeman, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
The open man is Shark. It's complete. There he goes left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. DJ Chark, 82 yards. And the Raiders have taken the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Markel Lee. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. On the counter, Elliott. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
And he's out right at the 25. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Taking it about the 16. Oh, he nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over.
Ready? 50, plant.
58, come on. Check, 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 check.
Check 13. Check 13. Protein spill.
Throwing on first down. Freeman. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Freeman over the middle, hauled in by Shark. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 19 down to the 19, and it's a first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On the counter, here's Jones. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All I know, partners, that with every play call that came in, there was a little discussion about, hey, we can seal this bad boy. We can really put ourselves in a great spot to take total control. And
no forward progress here. This is going to be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
That's a lot of points. They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now this throw caught left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Running right, Jones. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Let's go.
Defense really kept him in check running the football in the first half. Maybe that'll be a spark for him here in half 2.
So 2 words come to mind for me. Resilient, because he has to keep bouncing back after some limiting runs. And how about relentless? Keep going, knowing that you may pop one, as he just did there.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. They got the win last week despite not having any interceptions. Tried to come up with one there, could not. But there's a stat category called PBU, pass breakup. That's important, too, and they got one.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because at least you're there, knocking the ball away. Often.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. DJ Chark with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get. And it's just so strange to see that go up on the board. And then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
Now on 2nd and 16. Prescott. Quick hitter here. It's complete. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. Be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here's Prescott. He gets this complete to Shaheen, the tight end. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Prescott firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now Prescott drops it underneath to Elliott. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Prescott now. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Prescott now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Prescott able to find Shaheen here. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Under 4 to play now. Clock running, 3rd down. And again, it's Prescott. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Let's bring it.
Prescott to throw on 4th. His pass caught at the 4. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. From 13 yards out, as his guys are back within a single score. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Look at DJ Chark as he and the rest of the offense head back out. Oh, this defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade is going to happen, but good thought. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. 2nd and 10. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. They'll run it with Jones. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they try to sweep to Jones. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
I'm ready.
2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. They run the counter. Jones. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
So Dak and the Cowboys down by 8, 55 seconds remaining. They need a touchdown and, of course, the two-point conversion as well. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. 22 yards there, a first down. Back to throw. And hauled in here by Rivera. And he's got this down to the 35. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down. He's back to throw. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Well, Charles, they were close in the end, but they couldn't get that last play, that last little miracle play done. They were within striking distance, but couldn't find a way to score.
They definitely had hope. They definitely had opportunity. Just unable to cash in at the end. Not an easy play by any stretch, but they definitely had a chance.
So for the Raiders, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now